Solo is perfect. Now, does that mean that it's the greatest film ever? No, not at all. Will it be remembered for all time as a classic? Probably not. But I still think that it's perfect. Now, recent Star Wars productions have been criticized in the light that if you strip away all the Star Wars, the films aren't really all that spectacular. So, you could probably say that about any of the Star Wars films. Honestly, even the original film. A massive dimension of the charm of the original Star Wars was always the world itself. Take away the sci-fi world, and all that you're left with is a hodgepodge of inspirations. The Hidden Fortress, the Dam Busters. Star Wars is really nothing without the fact that it's set in that beloved galaxy far, far away. You can't judge Star Wars by saying, well, strip away the Star Wars. The Star Warsiness of Star Wars is intrinsic to the film, and if you remove it, it's a completely different film, and it's the same with Solo. Yeah, so without the Star Wars, Solo is nothing special, but it's a Star Wars spin-off. It seeks to explore the lore and the characters and give us a deeper glimpse into some of the lesser explored, yet staple elements of the Star Wars world. And it does those things perfectly, and in the finest tradition of Star Wars. The movie really does everything right. A tight plot that harkens back to classic Hollywood with noir and Western vibes, clear, well-acted characters with believable motivations, consistent behavior, and meaningful interactions, and top-notch production quality with some of the most convincing visuals that Star Wars has ever given us. Really, watch that speeder chase and tell me it doesn't look completely real. What more could this movie have been? Yeah, I guess it could have broken new ground cinematically or done something mind-bogglingly new, but I don't think that's what we would have wanted from a movie like this. This is a backstory that solidifies lore and delves deeper into a beloved character. It needs to feel natural and familiar and use themes and motifs that are well recognized by its audience. So in my mind, it's actually a positive point for Solo that it doesn't seek to make a name for itself in that regard. After all, that's what Rian Johnson attempted to do with The Last Jedi, and it was a risky move that violently split the fandom. Star Wars wasn't popular because it did anything new. In many respects, it was popular because it took the best and most meaningful elements of what already existed, and it told a compelling story with lovable characters in a spectacular world. And isn't that exactly what Solo did? Doesn't that mean that Solo follows and respects the deepest traditions of Star Wars? Yeah, I think so. Now, there are definitely things in the film that I would have done differently, and there are things that could be improved in retrospect. And in a cosmic sense, this movie is breaking no new cinematic ground, and it's not going to be remembered for decades to come as some landmark film. But I don't think hardly any Star Wars spin-off material is, and we have to judge it based on the fact that it is a spin-off. It can't be faulted for being derivative or failing to rise above the source material. Solo has a lot of artistic integrity, both in its designs and its themes, and it's admirably performed by talented actors. It has a great soundtrack, and ultimately, it's this fun adventure film in a galaxy that we all know and love, one that's familiar to us, but never fails to deliver something new and exciting to discover. So I can't think of anything else I would have wanted from a movie like this, and in that sense, it's perfect. What do you think? Let me know why you liked or didn't like this movie. And please don't just say it sucks. I really want to hear specifically what you didn't like. I legitimately didn't find anything in the movie that was big enough to break my enjoyment of it. So I'm actually curious what you didn't like about it. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if there are other aspects of the Solo film that you'd like to have me cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.